One man is dead after a state police officer shot him Friday night. Police say the suspect was terrifying nearby residents, shooting at them. Police say people started fleeing the area just as police and deputies went in. It happened Friday evening when deputies from the San Juan County Sheriff's Office were flagged down on Highway 516 near Aztec. That's where they say people reported a man threatening them with a gun, shooting at them. Deputies and state police were investigating when they heard gunshots and screams.
As the San Juan County deputies and two New Mexico State police officers went to investigate the shots fired and the unidentified screaming, a New Mexico State police officer perceived a threat and fired shots at the individual.
The suspect is dead, and neither the officer's name nor the suspect's name have been released. Bernalillo County Sheriff's deputies are investigating a stabbing. It happened last night at a home on Del Sur in southwest Albuquerque. Investigators say a 37-year-old woman stabbed a 57-year-old man after they say she was assaulted. The man is being treated for non-life-threatening injuries at a hospital. Deputies say the woman was also transported. Deputies say the stories are conflicting and that the man and woman had met at a bus stop early yesterday. No arrests have been made yet. Stay with KRQE on air and online as this story develops. A woman suspected of driving under the influence is also accused of a hit and run. Farmington police say the driver, Gwendolyn Joe, struck a pedestrian before fleeing. This is her third DWI charge. She's being held on bond of $11,000. The victim was taken to a medical center where she was treated for her injuries and released. This time of year usually ranks as one of the most dangerous for alcohol-related fatalities on the road. Farmington police told the Daily Times they've arrested 7 people for drinking and driving over Thanksgiving weekend. Several law enforcement agencies will be conducting DWI checkpoints throughout the month of December as a reminder to not drink and drive. A man who drove into a pizza place in the Heights Friday saw a judge yesterday. APD says Justin Rogers was driving on San Pedro near Montgomery when he crossed over the concrete median. After that, they say he drove into the parking lot of this strip mall and slammed into a Little Caesars Pizza. When officers got there, they say Rogers was so drunk he didn't know where he was. Rogers has 3 prior DWI convictions. Yesterday, the judge had some choice words for him.
Mr. Rogers, I find you a danger to the public, specifically based upon your chronic driving while under the influence history. Given your bench warrant history and your failure to appear, I believe that I also need to set a high bond.
The judge did raise Rogers' bond. It's now $100,000 cash or surety. A man accused of dismembering his father, then burying him in the backyard, will head back to Carlsbad to face a murder charge. Investigators say 63-year-old Stephen Allenbaugh hit his 88-year-old father over the head back in 2012. Police say Allenbaugh admitted to chopping up his dad's body and burying it in garbage bags. Back in August, a judge in Las Cruces found him guilty of collecting more than $19,000 from his father's Social Security checks. A family dog that's been missing for 18 long days has finally been found. The corgi named Dodger bolted from a car wreck earlier this month. Since then, his owner, Carly Kane, has put a plea for help on Facebook. She's even gotten volunteers from all over the state to search for him. Friday, a very lucky couple stumbled upon the beloved pet. The couple just happened to have car troubles at the exact same spot where Kane got into a car accident weeks before. The two found Dodger curled up in a pile of weeds nearby.
He was found right by where the accident happened, so he was waiting for us.
It is absolute serendipity and a miracle. It's very possible that he would not have lasted one more day.
Today, Dodger's recovering with an IV at an animal hospital. He's severely dehydrated and has kidney failure. The vet says if the dog had been found even a day later, he might not have survived. You can pick up a new best friend this holiday season from Animal Welfare. Today's your last chance to get a new pet during the holiday pet adoption event. Adoption fees for dogs are $20, cats $10. This special is valid at all shelters, including Lucky Paws and Coronado Center. They're open from noon until 6 today. How about a new place to eat in Albuquerque? The city's 9th Applebees opened yesterday. It's near Coors and Montano. A company spokesperson says they've hired more than 80 employees for this location. Black Friday sales fell a bit this year. A new report suggests more people are avoiding the long lines and crowds on Black Friday by skipping Thanksgiving dinner with the family and shopping on Great Thursday. According to Shopper Track, Americans spent $9.1 billion at stores on Black Friday. That's a drop of 7% compared to the same day last year. But it's too early to call the holiday shopping season a dud. Shopper Track says sales on Thanksgiving jumped 24% to $3.2 billion. Those figures do not include online sales. Officers are investigating a homicide at a northwest Albuquerque apartment complex. They say at least one person is dead. It happened near Unser and Ladera last night. Albuquerque police and Bernalillo County Sheriff's deputies are the agencies investigating. They tell us they were called to the apartments just off of Unser around 8:30 last night. They're not releasing any details about the case other than that it is a homicide. Police have not released the name of the victim or if they have any suspects in custody. Of course, we'll stay on this story. Stay with KRQE News 13 on air and online for the latest. And Albuquerque police are investigating an apparent shooting. Bernalillo County deputies say they were flagged down in northwest Albuquerque by a man reporting the shots last night. That's when they turned the investigation over to APD. They're telling us there were two scenes last night. This one was near the Casa Bonita apartments on Montgomery and Carlisle. The other was on Tejeras Ave in northwest Albuquerque. Police say they do have one suspect in custody and one victim. They have not released any names yet. And Albuquerque police are also investigating a stabbing in southwest Albuquerque. Police say multiple people called 911 saying they heard gunshots on Sundance Kid Drive last night. When they got there, they found a man holding his side, stumbling toward them. Once he got to the hospital, doctors discovered he'd been stabbed. The victim is expected to be okay. An APD officer who shot and killed a 19-year-old woman earlier this year could lose his job. Jeremy Deer's attorney, Tom Grover, says police supervisors are recommending that Officer Jeremy Deer be fired. Grover says they don't have a good reason for that level of discipline. Deer was given desk duty after shooting 19-year-old Mary Hawks back in April. He said he shot her because she pulled a weapon on him, but Deer did not record it on his lapel camera. Officer Deer has had 3 complaints filed against him, but didn't turn on his camera during those incidents either. Chief Gordon Eden has only fired 2 officers since he started with the department earlier this year. A fire ripped through a food truck in the South Valley yesterday morning. It happened near Sunshine and Isleta. The fire quickly spread to another trailer and a truck, but no injuries were reported. The food truck was a total loss. A Rio Rancho family has a lot to be thankful for this holiday weekend. Their 15-year-old daughter is back home after she was missing for nearly a week. Michael and Sabrina Junkin's daughter Cassandra went missing last Sunday. That's when her parents discovered an email account where she'd been communicating with the truck driver and worried she was in danger. She was finally located in Arizona with that same man. Detectives are investigating what happened, so they're not releasing many details. But so far, no charges have been filed. Police say the case is a reminder parents should monitor children and teens' internet use. And another missing teen has been reunited with his mother after going missing 4 years ago. Police responded to the home near Atlanta early yesterday morning and found the 13-year-old boy behind a false wall. 5 people in the house were taken into custody, including the boy's father and his live-in girlfriend. 3 juveniles were also arrested. They're charged with obstruction, false imprisonment, and cruelty to children.
The real investigation begins in that we need to know all of the questions, the who, the what, the when, the where, and the why. So to find out exactly what happened is going to be the job of our detectives now.
Police say possible additional charges are pending. Sandia National Laboratories is teaming up with the New Mexico Museum of Natural History and Science. The two have agreed to a deal where the lab will help identify and develop programs and exhibits focusing on specific topics. Those topics include space exploration, renewable energy, and more. Officials with Sandia Labs say the agreement will help expose young people to STEM fields, something they say they and the museum have a common interest in. In the past year, Sandia has pitched in $70,000 for technical equipment to help museum goers experience state-of-the-art learning in STEM fields. Wedged between the mayhem of Black Friday and Cyber Monday is another shopping holiday, Small Business Saturday. It's meant to encourage people to spend their money at locally owned businesses, keeping that cash in the community they live in. And small business owners here say it's catching on. With the long lines of Gray Thursday and the bustle of Black Friday, the holiday shopping season is well underway. In Old Town, John Hofsis, the owner of Treasure House Books and Gifts, is banking on small business or Shop Small Saturday. Hofsis says his sales the weekend after Thanksgiving now more closely resemble the busiest time of the year in Old Town, Balloon Fiesta.
I would say the last 3 years it's been significant increase on the Saturday. We would not be here if it weren't for our local customers.
Around the corner at the Old Town Hat Shop, Marlene Patterson is one of many local store owners offering discounts to encourage shopping locally.
We offer a few specials, and it's our way to say thank you to the people who support Small Business Saturday.
Some shoppers say it's the unique products offered at places like Treasure House Books that draw them in.
This is the only place in Albuquerque that you can get New Mexico children's books.
While others say they like the idea that their money stays in the community.
If we have an opportunity, we would much rather shop small businesses that support our city than the big block stores.
This is the 5th Small Business Saturday. It was started back in 2010 by American Express. Old Town shop owners say while Small Business Saturday is a big boost, they also look forward to the annual Old Town holiday stroll to bolster their business ahead of the holidays.